The information shared on the Self-Care with Gene Edelman podcast, including the Kitchen with Gene series, is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Please consult your doctor or qualified healthcare professional before beginning any diet or nutrition plan to ensure it is appropriate for your individual health needs and circumstances.
Hi, I'm Gene Edelman. For decades, I've been a student of the healing arts: Reiki, traditional Chinese medicine, homeopathy, acupuncture, plant-based, and macrobiotic cooking. Join me on this journey and hear my thoughts of the week. Welcome back to the kitchen. Here we are in the middle of September. I think it's time we start to talk about winding down our summer foods and preparing for fall. A little bit of traditional Chinese medicine. We do want to stop all of our cold, cool foods because in wintertime, in cooler months, we want to warm our insides. And so we don't want to be putting a lot of ice in our drinks. We don't want to be eating ice cream or very, very cold foods because we want to give ourselves that nice, warm hug. And so as we transition into fall and we start talking about our food, let's talk about, as our days are growing shorter and our evenings just a touch cooler, and we begin to feel the nudge of our transition in our weather. This means that we need to transition our food. We're winding down from the bright, abundant energy of the summer and slowly moving into our quieter rhythms of the autumn and the fall. And nature, love nature, shows us how to shift gracefully. So as our sunflowers begin to bow their golden heads and our tomatoes reach their final peak of ripeness, and then our gardens begin to soften and settle. This is a perfect time to take a breath and reflect on how we nourish ourselves, how we use foods to warm us and comfort us as we have our cooler nights and our shorter days. So let's begin by choosing foods that are more grounding and warming, and foods that support us as we prepare for this change in season. So today I'm going to share 3 delicious plant-based recipes. What we want to do is bridge our summer's bounty with our autumn comfort. These 3 recipes are easy, they're healing, and they help us transition with grace. The first recipe is a late summer roasted vegetable medley. Here, just grab what's in the fridge: cauliflower, carrots, zucchini, squash, peppers. Maybe you still have some cherry tomatoes left. Got any onions? Whatever's sitting around. Maybe some parsnips, maybe some leek, whatever you love. Just chop it all up, toss it with some olive oil, maybe some dried thyme or sage, little bit of salt and pepper. Toss it all together, put it on a roast pan with 400-degree oven for about 25 minutes. Let it cook till it's tender and caramelized, and serve it as a warm dish over a grain. Now it's time to get back to our brown rice or basmati rice to create a complete meal. This is a simple and flavorful meal that's warm and comforting, and it's a beautiful way to honor our summer's final harvest. The second recipe is a creamy carrot ginger soup. Oh, love ginger. Do you cook with ginger? It's so warming just to grate it or chop it up and put it in some soup. So here we're going to put it in a carrot and make a creamy carrot ginger soup. Pretty easy. Just chop up an onion with carrots, tablespoon of fresh grated ginger, garlic if you wish, some vegetable broth, some plant-based milk. Saute it, let it all simmer together, add your carrots and broth, let everything cook until it's tender, and then blend it. This is a beautiful soup to help us warm us from the inside out. This is a perfect soup because it's grounding and nurturing, and it's perfect for a thermos. Send it off to school with the kids, put it in your own lunchbox at work, something to sip on in the afternoons when we wish to take a break and reset. And the last recipe is basically baked apples or baked pears if you want, with walnuts in a quinoa bowl. 1 cup of cooked quinoa with a diced apple, some chopped walnuts, some cinnamon, maple syrup, some almond or oat milk. Warm the quinoa, stir in all the ingredients, top it with a drizzle of the maple syrup, enjoy it warm. These are all comfort foods, all comfort in a bowl, sweet or crunchy, full of fiber, and wonderful plant-based protein. As we shift into autumn, and remember that change is not just in the air, it's in us too. Our body knows. Now we need to nourish ourselves, help ourselves stay centered, stay grounded, and help us transition into the cooler weather. Remember, it's time to stop the cold. No more frozen yogurt, no more ice cream, no more icy cold drinks, no more iced coffee. It's time to warm it up. So this week is a reminder to slow down a little, listen to our body, start eating with the season, and take joy in the simple things like a bowl of soup or some roasted vegetables from the garden. I wish you well, my friends. Eat simply, eat gently, and take good care of yourself. Next week on Self-Care with Jean, we're turning our attention to something so precious, our beloved lungs. As the air turns crisp and dry, I want to share 3 simple ways to keep our lungs strong, nourished, and protected so we can breathe easily as the season moves along. Let's welcome autumn with some care and 1 breath at a time. And don't forget to grab your September bonus recipe downloads at selfcarewithjean.com. There are 3 amazing recipes that will definitely want to be on your table this fall. There'll be a late summer roasted vegetable medley, creamy carrot ginger soup, and a baked apple and walnut quinoa bowl. So don't forget your downloads and tune in to Self-Care where we're going to tune into our lungs. So dear friends, until next time, be gentle with ourselves, stay connected to the season, and let each meal be a beautiful act of love and gratitude. Have a beautiful week.